the population and the employment in Kenya, not only Kenya, but also the neighboring countries. So let me talk about this slide. I hope it's not, I don't think it is that visible, but this is a slide that basically just says, how have you positioned yourself? There is that you're well matched, you've done the right course, you're aligned to the right career. You can see the percentage is only 34.9. Those who are overqualified and those who are underqualified. So how do you position yourself to make sure that apart from the right education, the right skill that is needed in the employability market, that you are there to be tapped, that you are there to fit in that skill that is required. So these figures, we are yet to get the updated ones, but this is how the picture that currently looks. So, career change. Like I told you when I started, my story is a bit controversial. But when you know that you are the prize, you become or you raise up your head. So, the first point here, I know so many people will not buy this, but it speaks very true. Because one of my jobs, again, I do recruitment and search for organizations, for the C-suite positions. And once I'm there and a candidate walks in and says that we've interacted, we've asked a couple of questions, and candidates say that I've worked for a certain organization for 7-10 years. First, that is a red flag for me. I said it's controversial, but for me that is a red flag. Because I ask myself, or I ask that person, so why 7 years or why 10 years? Then you try and explain yourself, and you're like, and then my second question is that since either you're in a comfort zone or you like a comfort zone, you don't like to be challenged, or you reached at a stage where innovation and creativity for you is not working anymore. So even if I employ you, then you come and be in my organization for 5 years. What new development are you going to bring? And so that's why my first slide there can see the employees who are older than trees at work. My policy is that 3 years. 3 years is a good time. Why? First year, you learn. Second year, you apply yourself. Third year, you're at a mastery level. And I believe now from the fourth year, you've done all that you need in that organization. And from the panel of interviews that I sit, when I meet such individuals, I get more interesting and I want to have that conversation so that I just have you for 3 years or 4 years. You come making fast. Take the new developments I want and they let you go. And that's how you do. And that's how I learn to do. So 3 years, like I said, is a long time. First year you apply yourself. Second year, first year you learn, second year you apply yourself. Third year you become a master to it. And then you're good to go and help another organization from what you learned. I've had this conversation with other corporates and other organizations, and they're like, then your CV must be very jumpy. It means you're a risk, you're a flight risk and all that. But if I can tell you, the first time, the first job I got was at Nairobi Securities Exchange. Then from there is when I worked with Livingstone, I worked at Equity Bank. Nairobi Securities Exchange, I did a year there. I think I was still a novice. We were still learning. Then we met at Equity with Livingstone. I did 2.5 years. Then I left. I went to Madison Insurance. I did 2 years. I left. Left Madison, went to Metropolitan Car Insurance. I did 2 years. 2 years. I left. Then I felt I completely need a change. So even at Metropolitan Canon, I decided to leave with personalities and characters are different, but for me, working in something that is not challenging me, is not giving me that idea, that push that I want, completely I become like a redundant. So again, I just went to my LinkedIn, built my profile, and my next job was start my business school. Completely new field. So I joined Strathmore Business School. My role there was to help organizations perform better through their employees. That is through executive trainings, areas to do with leadership, strategy, HR, change management, and all that. And I saw that's what I really wanted. And made me even go back to school and even pursue other courses on the side. Then I worked for Strathmore for a year. Then my boss was like, I'm afraid that if I continue holding you in this position, I might lose you. Let me promote you. I was promoted after the first year. And all of this, like I mentioned in the previous slide, is just how you position yourself. Then I was promoted. He became the head of that department, now heading Kenya, Tanzania, Uganda, and Rwanda, where Strathmore have their physical offices, and of course, areas in Africa where they have their global reach. Then I did that for 2 years. Then I was like, now, I think I need a change. Same industry, but a change. But why again, I need to grow. And why? For me, I have a policy that says, as much as you have the passion, you have the interest in doing this, but behind my head, cash is king. So, as much as I'm in the industry of helping societies through leadership and management, and also helping the young, I also want to have my pocket growth, and that brings me to the second. We do it for the money. And the reason why I was saying 3 years to 4 years is good in an organization. Employers increase salaries 5 to 10% every year, just to adjust to inflation. Let me just say some employers. If you perform your role very well, they can add you something, but considering that it's a fixed rate. But if you want to beat the inflation, and if cash is king for you, then if you change your employer 3 to 4 years, you will have the advantage of getting the 40 to 60%. And then that is a growth also on another area. Not only pocket-wise, but also you'll be able to meet different people, you'll be able to meet different culture. Now I'm working for African Management Institute. I'm in charge of their Pan-African enterprise business. And this is a completely different phenomenon from what I was doing at Strathmore, where you meet different people from different countries. At times now, I'm forced not to learn French because my colleagues from Senegal, we don't converse very well. That is growth for me. So there are so many new things and good things that come with that. Secondly, go where you're celebrated and not tolerated. Some employers are used to seeing you as a slave, especially when you just took a mediocre job. They just can't see you being like a manager in that company. But once you position yourself, you know that you're the king, and you go where you are celebrated. Do it for a refreshing experience, like I said. Outside money, changing jobs is good for your career in a sense that refreshes your soul. Jobs can be monotonous. Can you imagine someone trying to explain him or herself that he has worked in a certain organization for 12 years? Then if you ask that person to go even into detail, what have you achieved each year for the last 12 years, you'll find that it is just not working well. And of course, just note, Always apply upwards and not downwards. And that's how you raise yourself. So I'll go to this slide, so how you choose your career path. And this is a tool. This is a tool, I call it systemic stairway. How do you choose your career path? I know right now you are somewhere there just shooting in the dark, just to see which job you'll grab. You're doing maybe a finance course, you're applying in a hotel industry. So how do you choose your career path? First, examine yourself. How do you examine yourself? Three very interesting and difficult questions. First level is the interest-based questions. And what are these questions? What do you enjoy learning about? What do you like to spend your time? When, how, and where matters a lot. Second level of how to examine yourself with this question is a value-based question. Ask yourself these questions. What are your priorities? Where do you find meaning? What change would you like to be part of? You know, when I hear most of the people, those people who have interviewed, most of these candidates, they come and say, I like to be part of your success, to be part of success of this organization. I like to embrace the values. But when you ask this person, what are your values? Where do you find meaning? And how are you going to contribute to the success of this organization? It trickles down and it actually shows you that the values of this particular person are not as what he or she is telling us. So examine yourself. Then second, reflect on your motivations. What is your motivation? For me, I told you that for me cash is king. So if your motivation is cash, salary, benefits can be either extrinsic or intrinsic. So what are some of the benefits?